Hello and welcome to, for the first time this season, we have got some Thursday night football. As if you'll excuse me, I'm trying to make sure that I'm fully set up on my end. I believe I'm all set. Pretty sure I'm live. I am live. All right, but yeah, kicking it off. First time Thursday night football. We got another divisional matchup after having one only last Sunday. It should be okay. Let's see. Yeah, looks like we're good. Yeah, we're good. But yeah, another AFC North matchup as Steelers taking on the Bengals in Cincinnati, Cincy in their whiteout. So they're definitely getting up and ready for this game. Um, Again, with this, even if this is a divisional game, this is a game that the Pittsburgh Steelers should win. Obviously, Joe Flacco's only been on the team for about 8 days. We saw some of their struggles, some of his and the team's struggles against the Green Bay Packers, who we face in next week, effectively, on Sunday Night Football. So we'll have back-to-back prime time games as well. So will certainly be an interesting thing to keep an eye on there. If you'll excuse me, I am going to share links in a couple of spots. One there, one here, one here. There we go. Yeah, again, expecting a tight game, certainly. Um, I think again, this is a game where we have an advantage on every front, except I would argue DB versus wide receiver. I think that Cincy's talent on the peripheral will still absolutely be a factor in this one. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on throughout the entirety of the game. Big note coming in, no Trey Hendrickson is available. So I think that is something that is very important to keep in mind as we go throughout this game. So definitely going to have to keep an eye out for the likes of Shamar Stewart, the likes of Myles Murphy, mixing in throughout the course of this game. As again, I think you can expect some rotation there. But again, that's going to be a big loss for this Bengals defense. But I think I want to see from the Steelers today is, again, I want to see another comfortable game. Um, Again, that's very hard to ask in a divisional game. That's very hard to ask in a game with limited rest. But we played a very good game against the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, I felt, where we were able to have an efficient offense. We really stifled their defense, specifically Myles Garrett. Was very much a non-factor in the game on Sunday. So that's something I want to see continue. I do want to see us establish the run a little bit better. I want to see Jalen Warren, have more of an impact on the ground. I think we ran the ball well against Cincinnati. I think at the end of the game, if you take away the kneels, we ran 25 times for 100 yards. So we were averaging a pretty solid 4 yards a carry against the number 2 Russian defense. But that should be higher today. If you're Aaron Rodgers, it's just kind of, a lot of what you've been doing, keeping it efficient, not necessarily dink and dunk. I would like to see, we saw a lot of Darnell Washington on Sunday. I'd like to see Pat Freiermuth get a bit more involved. I'd like to see maybe a little bit more wide receiver 2. We saw Roman Wilson pick up a nice grab. So again, I want to see the offense a little bit more diversified. It's been a lot of DK Metcalf early. And getting in more pieces here and there. But again, just want to see those kind of next pieces continue to move forward. On the defensive side of the ball, you got to just keep going for it. And we are live. If you are looking for a way to watch this game, of course, it is on Prime. I'm watching the Twitch version, so I will be a little bit delayed. But again, just kind of have to see how some of this pans out. But again, if you just want to throw me on in the background, that's always great too. Again, gonna be very interesting to see how this game pans out. From the defense, I think it's have the front seven absolutely get after Joe Flacco. The Bengals O-line is questionable at best. So you really got to just get after him early, get after him often, make him under pressure. Don't give him time to find Chase and Higgins throughout the course of this year. Chase Higgins, Fant, stymie Chase Brown, who does have a lot of talent and could be somebody to keep an eye on in the run game. It's going to be very important on the defensive side of the ball to continue to build on each of the games that we've played. Of course, it's Andrew Whitworth in attendance, hyping up the crowd in Cincinnati for this one. But taking a look at Mike Tomlin, and Zach Taylor, both on the sidelines as we get lined up and ready to just about kick this away. We are lined up. Steelers will start with the ball first. So we'll be seeing Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers offense to start us here. And the kick from McPherson is away. Going to be fielded inside the 5 by Gainwell up to the 5 to 10. Actually, no, that's not Gainwell. But for the 30, going to be spun down at the 31-yard line is 85, whose name I still need to look up. But again, Steelers will be starting from their own 31. So Aaron Rodgers, 41 years old, oldest player in the NFL in his 247th career start, will take the field with the Pittsburgh offense 1st and 10 in the first hostile environment divisional matchup this season. It's going to be 3 tight end set early on for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jonnu Smith, Pat Freiermuth, Darnell Washington, all on the field. We're actually going to spread a bunch of them out here in the early phases. Rodgers takes snap, looking right, fires, complete to Jalen Warren's going to shed a tackler, make a couple of guys miss, keep fighting. But at the end of the day, it's only going to pick up about 3 yards up to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 2nd down. So already trying to get a little bit of tempo going, trying to get Jalen Warren the ball here in the early stages to get moving. I think good contain work there from Cincy on 1st down. Rodgers in the gun. Steelers remaining in that 3 tight end personnel. Going to have a quick check at the line. It's Metcalf and Freiermuth spread to the near side of the screen. Darnell Washington and Jonnu Smith lined up next to the O-line at the top. Rodgers fakes the toss. Going to be a quick screen out to Freiermuth. Early whistle on the screen. So I imagine this is going to come back. It's going to be a false start here on Jonnu Smith. So that's going to wipe out that gain on 1st down. It's going to make it 2nd down and 12 now after the mistake from the Steelers trade acquisition. Taking a look here. And yeah, he flinched. Jonnu Smith with a flinch. And so it will make it 2nd down and 11. Hey, thank you for the compliment there. But yeah, 2nd down and 11, under 14 to play now. Rodgers takes snap, looking right, pumps, trying to roll to his left now. Was looking for Jalen Warren, but that's going to fall incomplete. Miscommunication between Rodgers and Warren as coverage very tight there. Aaron Rodgers unable to really make that first read work, and ends up basically throwing that away. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 11. So again, more of a challenge here. So Aaron Rodgers, first 3rd down of the game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers alone in shotgun. He'll take the snap here. 4-man rush for Cincinnati. Aaron Rodgers stepping in the pocket, firing deep down the right-hand side, looking for DK Metcalf. It's complete down into Bengals territory, all the way down to the Cincinnati 30, and it's DK Metcalf on the board early as the Rodgers to Metcalf connection quickly gets to work, and it's a big play. That's going to go for almost 40 yards on the beautiful toss, finding DK Metcalf one-on-one down that right sideline, placed in there beautifully, and the Steelers convert on their first. 3rd and long here. Number 20 was in there on coverage. That was DJ Turner. But again, just a great throw there. Good protection, giving Rodgers the time to survey the field. Rodgers under center, toss to Jalen Warren, running left. He'll cut back to the inside, get up to the 25 before he's wrestled down. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards there on 1st down. It's going to make it 2nd down and 4. So already now we're starting to see, I think, hopefully, more of that run game after back-to-back-to-back pass attempts on first down. Also, we're seeing a bit of a jumbo package here. Extra offensive lineman Spencer Anderson checking into the game. And that's in addition to our big tight end Darnell Washington. Warren is at single back. We're also seeing Roman Wilson spread out to the far side. Washington in motion to the near side. Toss to Warren. He'll go up the middle. He'll pick up a first down and more over the 20, down to the 15-yard line. So Warren, with a nice little rumble there on the jumbo package, picks up a first down. So getting Warren to work early. I believe it was a pickup of almost 10 yards there. And so that's another Steelers first down with the back-to-back run plays. And again, I think we're seeing more of that, that really powerful Steelers attack. You got Spencer Anderson pulling, you brought Darnell Washington in motion before the snap, and you're just able to run people over. Rodgers under center once again. Going to be a quick check at the line. Play clock is winding down. 1st and 10 from the Cincinnati 15. Connor Hayward in motion now. Toss to Warren again, this time running left. Going to get up over the line of scrimmage. He's going to get wrestled down at about the 10-yard line here. So another 5-yard pickup as Warren continuing to do a nice job finding some space. And again, we're keeping it consistent here. Darnell Washington, again, doing a really nice job setting the edges, going one-on-one with a linebacker. That just allows everybody else to really go one-on-one up front and continue to create holes. So Washington, nice job. You had some Sayumalo coming across the Steelers' left guard, doing a nice job there as well. I formation now for the Steelers. 2nd and 6 from the Cincinnati 10. Rodgers takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Gainwell, rolling to his left, looking, firing towards the end zone, off the hands of Connor Hayward. He was open in the back of the end zone. It went off his hands, and he really should have come away with that. But it's going to fall incomplete. Connor Hayward lining up at fullback on that one and just squeaking free. And so it's going to be 3rd and 6 here. It was Geno Stone on the coverage, maybe a little bit overthrown by Rodgers. But again, just opening up a lot there. Of course, Connor Hayward, as we got our first bot of the evening. If you will allow me one moment, I will hide that. Rodgers now going to be alone in the gun. Takes a snap, looking, pumps, rolling to his left, looking towards the end zone. Now he's going to roll back right. Great protection from the Steelers. Rodgers, all the time in the world, fires, end zone, cut, touchdown, Jonnu Smith into the end zone. And the Steelers on their first drive of the game get right to work, get on the scoreboard, and I believe that's Jonnu Smith's first touchdown as a Pittsburgh Steeler. And it gives Pittsburgh a 6-0 lead. Boswell, PAT pending. Yeah, Rodgers, all the time in the world there. What did he have? 8, 9? He had over 8.5 seconds to find Jonnu Smith there. And just fires it into the end zone. Boswell out for the PAT. That PAT is up. That PAT is good. And with that, it is going to be a just over 4-minute drive, 4 minutes and 9 seconds, 70 yards, capped off by Rodgers to Jonnu Smith for the Pittsburgh touchdown. With that, we got our first commercial break of the night. So solid first drive there. I think that first set of that first set of snaps, I think, was definitely a little bit concerning. I think definitely was a little bit nervous whenever you're seeing 3rd and 11, but obviously had that big connection to Metcalf, and then obviously establishing the run after that was pretty good. O-line, I think played really well on that first drive, so looking to have that continue going. But now again, you got a challenge for your defense now. Yes, this isn't the Burrow-led Bengals necessarily, but I think you still gotta keep an eye out. As again, Chase, Higgins, Brown, really have the potential to burn you. Noah Fant could be a big thing in this one. So again, going to be a lot of things to keep an eye on. Eel Shavas has had instances where I know I've had, even before I was streaming, I had instances where I called his name out a lot. So he's going to be a guy to keep an eye on. But I'm really interested to see how our secondary matches up. I think there will absolutely be moments where Cincinnati we'll get plays. I'm interested to see how we respond, and I want to see the pass rush just continue to go ham, like they have the past couple of weeks. Whew. All right. But yeah, again, it's gonna be an interesting one, I think. Again, based on that first drive, I definitely want to see us continue to do that. And I think a lot of right now is what I want to see in this game is finishing, more than finishing drives, finishing opposing drives. Joe Flacco went to Pitt. Since when did Joe Flacco go to Pitt, and how did I not know this? Okay, so Joe Flacco has played in Pittsburgh. He has fulfilled his Pittsburgh requirement. I did not know that. So he doesn't have to play for the Steelers next year. We're good. We're good there. He's played in every AFC North city. Anyway, we are lined up to kick it back away here. As Boswell getting us lined back up, and the kick is away. Going to be fielded up over the 5, the 10, the 15, up the far sideline. Going to be bumped at the 25, and going to get wrestled down at the 27. So here comes the Cincinnati Bengals offense, of course, led by Joe Flacco. 25th start against the Pittsburgh Steelers in his 18-year career. Of course, all of those have come against Mike Tomlin. 10:45 left to go here in the first quarter. With your, again, score, Steelers 7, Bengals nothing, after the Rodgers to Smith touchdown. With Flacco in the gun. 3 wide receiver look for the Bengals here on first. And they're going to bring pressure here on first down. Run up the middle. It's going to be Chase Brown who's going to shed a tackler at the first level, but then is going to get stood up by Cam Hayward. Just beyond the line of scrimmage, only going to be a pickup of about 2 yards there on first down. So it will bring up 2nd and 8. So definitely good to see a good run stop there on first down. Of course, Bengals a historically bad team at running the football, especially over the past 4 years. Of course, that's been helped by a very good pass game. 4-man rush for the Steelers. Flacco looking, and he's going to go down immediately. First pass attempt of the game, and it's 2 Steelers getting through. It's Keanu Benton getting there first, and T.J. Watt coming in to help in the cleanup. And already on the first Steeler drive of the game, picking up a sack. Of course, Steelers bringing a mug look. You got Patrick Queen coming up the middle, getting triple teamed. And again, that just allows Keanu Benton and T.J. Watt to work their way through in their one-on-ones. And they just find their way home. So 3rd and 14, empty set now for the Cincinnati Bengals. 4-man rush for the Steelers. Flacco looking, fires over the middle, complete to T. Higgins, up over the 40, so that'll be enough for a first down. So that'll be good for 16 yards. So that'll makes the sack basically pointless as the Bengals offense gets to work. Again, good work from Higgins, finding the little soft spot in the zone. Steelers, cover 3 look, and again, it's just a nice work by Higgins finding that soft spot, coming into a hook as you had Darius Slay going deep. You had Peyton Wilson who kind of read Flacco's eyes, just unable to retreat back to make the coverage after he realized. So Flacco takes snap, delayed handoff, Chase Brown up the middle, up just shy of the 45 before he's stopped by Deshaun Elliott. We'll call it a gain of 3.5 or 4 yards there, so that'll make it 2nd down and 6. So Bengals offense now is going to try to start to get to work here. And again, just try and get it set up. Brown, 74 carries for 202 yards so far this season. Only an average of 2.7 yards per carry. Flacco now going to motion out to empty set. 3 wide receivers spread to the far side. Takes the snap. 5-man rush for the Steelers. Flacco looking deep down the right-hand side. Looking for T. Higgins, but overthrew him, and it's going to fall incomplete. That'll make it 3rd down and 6. So again, Steelers, I think you can already see them starting to bring a little bit more heat, which definitely is a welcome change from some of the past Steelers defenses we've seen. Really getting back to some of the blitzes. I feel like whenever we kind of drop into that cover 2, cover 3 look, is when we start to really kind of get gashed, just because teams really prepare for that. But of course, at the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see. Steelers show blitz again here. 3rd and 6, empty set once again for Flacco. 4-man rush for the Steelers. Flacco in the pocket, over the middle, complete to Jamar Chase, but he's going to be tackled short of the line. Juan Thornhill on the coverage, and that's going to bring up an early 4th down here. And it looks like the Bengals going to be bringing out the punt unit at about midfield. Only got about halfway there, only for a gain of about 3 yards there. And that's a great read from Thornhill, realizing Jamar Chase was coming in on that drag route to come downfield and immediately make the tackle. It's going to make it 4th and 4, and it is the Bengals punt unit out on the field. Rako, and the punt is away, punting away to Keyshawn Williams, who is 85, going to be fielded up at the 15, up over the 20, going to get up to the 25 before he is wrapped up. So again, pretty short punt, but 10-yard return. And so the Steelers are going to be taking back over from their 25 down with 7:25 remaining in the first half. But again, I think definitely what you want to see from this Steelers offense. I think a very, very solid show. Or I don't say solid showing. Definitely a good moment there. Obviously, love to finish off that drive with a 3 and out after the sack on 1st down. But definitely good to see early pressure getting on Flacco, and you're seeing some of the way the Bengals are going to try to counter that with that quicker quicker passing attack. Likely a lot of what you're going to see from Aaron Rodgers in this one, though, if the offensive line plays as well as it did on that touchdown pass. Aaron Rodgers may have a load of time in the pocket in order to try and get things done. I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to share this elsewhere too. We're going to try to get people in here. One sec. Hold on. I got pinged. Why did I get pinged? I don't know where I got pinged. The ping is gone. So, we're not going to worry about it too much. But, yeah. Again, 7-0. Hoping the Steelers can make it 14. Definitely want to see more of that run game here on drive number 2. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see exactly how some of this pans out. Yes, you were first. You were first, Nocturne. At least I'm assuming that's Nocturne. Sorry, Melancholy. I'm so tempted to go for a beer. It's tempting. I don't know. We're thinking about it. If this game goes well enough, I will absolutely grab a beer because at this point I can drink Bengal tears. No, I can grab milk. I have milk. That's what I'm grabbing. Or I can mix the milk and the beer, which is probably not an advisable option. But hey, it could work. It could work. All right, but Aaron Rodgers and this Steelers offense will retake the field here. 1st down and 10. Again, working from just outside, rather, of their own 25-yard line. 1st down, Rodgers takes snap, toss to Warren, running right. He's going to get up over the 30, up over the 35. And he's going to pick up a nice 12 or 13-yard gain there. So great way to start the drive as we get going. So, yeah, definitely good to see Jalen Warren already get to work. Highlighting that connection to DK Metcalf, which was a call at the line between Rodgers and our wide receiver 1. Rodgers in the gun. Going to be a quick slant to Metcalf this time. Up over the 40. Going to be tackled at the 44-yard line. So, again, nice little pick up a 6. Kind of keep that tempo up. Keep that moving as Metcalf picks up his 2nd catch of the game. Do you think the Browns will eventually regret trading? No, I think already there. I don't think that. I think that they dropped. So I mean, I think you have to remember that Flacco was what, third in the league in interceptions, or second to Jake Browning. He was like just one spot below. Rodgers going under center here. Uh, I'll talk about that in just a moment. Um, Rodgers under center. Going to be a handoff to Warren. Going to be a flea flicker. Rodgers going to roll to his right here and going to throw it away at the feet of Jonnu Smith as that flea flicker started to break down. But no, I think with two rookie QBs in there, I think it was clear Flacco wasn't doing much of anything. So I don't think there's a lot of regret there if you're Cleveland. I don't think there was any reason to go back to Flacco after benching him, because if you bench Dylan Gabriel, the idea at that point is you might as well just go to Shedeur Sanders if you're going to bench Dylan Gabriel. And then from there, it's just, okay, we didn't have any answers. Let's reset and try again. 3rd and 4, Bengals showing blitz. Rodgers in the gun. Warren lined up to his left. 3 wide receivers to the far side. 4-man rush for the Bengals. Rodgers pumps, looking deep down the field. Going to overthrow Jonnu Smith here. And that's going to bring up a Steelers for 1.5. That is fair, but they are both rookies, to be fair to them. Just one's a rookie, and then Shedeur's a child. So, but again, I think big opportunity there, and again, good coverage there. If that ball's on the money, that's a great play. But that'll bring out the Steelers punt unit for the first time today. Corliss Waitman will be out to punt it away, and the punt is away. A little bit of pressure, but will be good. Going to be fielded at the 17-yard line. Fair catch signaled. And that's where the Bengals offense will take back over. So still a 7-0 lead here. As Steelers defense going to get back to work with 5:58 left to go here in the first quarter. Look, your score still Steelers 7, Bengals nothing. And yes, I will talk crap about Shedeur Sanders because I was worried that we were going to draft him, and then the Browns took him, and I laughed. What the hell? Did he ping everybody for that? He did ping everybody for that. One sec. Apologies. I have to do something here. Apologies. Have to do shit. And there we go. Ben. Gone. Woo! Alright. But again, still 7-0. And I think definitely again gonna be looking for more defensive stoutness as we continue on here. And again, definitely want to see. I feel like the running game is working. I don't know. Like, I can understand wanting to dial up a shot in the early game, but I really don't think trying to run the flea flicker there was necessary. Again, looking for the defense to keep it rolling so that it doesn't matter. But again, going to be looking to keep it going. We are back, though, out of the commercial break. Going to keep an eye out for some of the defensive alerts. So Flacco going to go under center here. Chase Brown in the game as the single back. And then one tight end look for the Bengals. He's going to go in motion to the far side. Flacco fakes the toss. Going to be a screen to the left to Jamar Chase, who's going to get up to about the 25-yard line. before he's wrapped up by Deshaun Elliott. That would be a pickup of 8 yards there on first down. So it'll be second down and 2 here. So already early, they're kind of getting after it. And again, you're going to see a lot of those. I think you're going to see a lot of quick passes, a lot of quick screens here, trying to force the Steelers to sit back a little bit more and not necessarily blitz quite as much. I expect you'll see a lot of tight formations to kind of set up a lot of the same thing. Flacco going to check at the line, going to back up into shotgun. Chase Brown going to line up here to his left. Takes the snap, looking right, fires down the sideline, looking for Jamar Chase. It's going to fall incomplete there. Joey Porter in coverage, but there's a flag. And there's going to be pass interference on Porter. And it was definitely ticky-tacky. There was a bunch of hand fighting in there. But, yeah. All right, well, pass interference on Joey Porter. And so that's going to give the Bengals load of yards here and an additional first down. So all the way up to their 39 now. Flacco under center. It's going to be fake the handoff again, looking left, firing over the middle. It's going to be high as Chase falling down, bounced off his hands and fell incomplete there. Definitely was looking at another nice 10-yard pickup there as the Steelers brought some pressure. And you're starting to see some of that play action now. You're seeing a lot of that over the middle. Just over the middle crossing routes. You had Jalen Ramsey coming in on a blitz. And that just opened up options deeper down the field. And yeah, actually, it was just a little bit off the hands. And I think it bounced off Darius Slay's helmet as well. Flacco in the gun here, running back line up to his left, tight end going in motion. Going to be handoff. Up the middle is, I believe, Samaje Perine, who's going to pick up about 5 yards there, up to the Cincinnati 44. So third down and 5 now as we cross under 5 minutes left to go here in the first. So again, definitely need definitely want a good stop here. Of course, the Bengals have picked up a nice chunky yardage on this drive. Of course, not only from the screen there on first, but also from that penalty, that pass interference on Joey Porter. Flacco takes snap, standing in the pocket, trying to escape over the middle, complete to his tight end. It's going to be enough for a first down. Up over midfield is Noah Fant into Steelers territory. So again, just Flacco finding his check down. Again, doing a nice job, and then it's just doing a great job there. It was Peyton Wilson eventually on the tackle for the Steelers. T.J. Watt applying some pressure on Joe Flacco, but Bengals now at the Steelers' 48-yard line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna fake the handoff here. Steelers bringing pressure. Jalen Ramsey up the middle. Gonna try to check it down to Chase Brown, who drops the football on what was about to be a huge little dump-off play as the Steelers bring in a ton of pass rushers. And Brown can't come away with the football. As I believe it was Deshaun Elliott bearing down on Joe Flacco. Well, yeah, that was going to be 15 yards at least for this Cincy offense, but instead it's going to be second down and 10 here. But play selection for the Bengals here: 1 rush, 4 passes so far. Steelers showing pressure again. It's going to be handoff up the middle. This one though going to be good for about 4 yards to Perine. Wilson in there on the tackle as well as Highsmith. So it's going to make it third down and 6 as we get under 4 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. So, again, you got to keep this offense off balance to be at the most successful. You want to get Joe Flacco under pressure. You want to get him throwing into some tight windows. Bengals 2 of 3 so far on third down today. 3rd and 6. Eo Shavas going in motion to the far side. Flacco again, hard snap, hard count at the line. Steelers showing as well, and I think we got a false start there. I believe it was Amarius Mims. With a false start there. Refs all signaling false start. And it will be a false start on Amarius Mims, the Bengals' right tackle and the second-year man. We're taking a look at the replay here, and it was, Highsmith, Harmon, and Watt all reacting to that movement. But that will push the Bengals back now to a 3rd and 11 here as we hit 3 minutes left to go in the first. Steelers once again showing pressure, but empty set here for Cincinnati. Only a 4-man rush. Flacco over the middle for Icyhot, but that ball is going to actually fall incomplete as Icyhot unable to corral it. Would have made it 4th down and 2. Instead, it's 4th down and 11. And I imagine we'll be seeing the Bengals punt unit for the 2nd time today. Just had a quick slant route as he had man coverage. Again, placed well there. Joey Porter Jr. in coverage. But again, yeah, Icyhot trying to corral it. Actually, Porter gets a hand in there. It's a very nice breakup by the Steelers' corner. And so Icyhot unable to come away with it. And with 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, Aaron Rodgers in the Steelers offense will be receiving the ball back. Ryan Rako back out to punt it away here. And the punt is away cleanly. Fair catch signaled. And that's going to be fair catch interference. Thank you. And that's free yardage. It's going to be Jules flanked for the fair catch interference. And so instead of starting at their own 10, Steelers will instead, once again, start at their 25. Actually, it'll be at their 27. So Williams has been doing great work here on the punt unit. But yeah, we're going to go to commercial. Once again, score still 7-0. But yeah, I mean, I think I'd want to see a little bit better from the Steelers defense. I feel like we've been bending a little bit too much. Obviously, getting the one sack early is good, and I think the Bengals have responded by hitting a lot of those quick passes, a lot of slants, a lot of screens to try and neuter that pass rush. As we've been blitzing a good bit early, so you've been seeing definitely a good chunk of man coverage. And again, run hasn't been too much of a factor. Obviously, we had the blitz the one time, and that Chase Brown drop was definitely a big factor as to why that drive ended up going nowhere. But yeah, ultimately, Steelers still holding on. I really should take notes in this one. Oh, all right. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. But again, definitely want to see, this offense march down the field here. And the run game's working. I think just frankly stick to it, run it down their throats. Take the lead. Get Spencer Anderson on the field, get Darnell Washington on the field, and just go marching. But again, at commercial here, score is still 7-0. Actually, just coming out of it. As taking a look at the Baseball Hall of Fame here in Cooperstown as we make our way back out. But getting back going here. And Steelers, after the penalty on the fair catch interference, starting from their own 27 now. First down and 10. Kenneth Gainwell in the game as the single back this time. And it's going to be 22 personnel. It's Wilson and Metcalf on the field. Bengals showing 5-man pressure. They won't bring it. It's going to be a quick screen out to Wilson, who's going to make a man miss, get up over the 30, and get tackled at the 31. So definitely good to see Roman Wilson start to get a little bit more involved there. It's going to be a pickup of 4 yards there. It's going to make it 2nd down and 6. On what I believe is Roman Wilson's 3rd catch in his career. So definitely good to see that the Steelers' second-year man still exists. Steelers up-tempo here. Rodgers, empty set, takes the snap, 4-man rush. Rodgers looking, pumps, trying to scramble now to his right. Looking down the field, stops, continuing to stand on the dime, throws. It's going to be complete to Jonnu Smith for a first down up to the 40-yard line. So again, Aaron Rodgers is still with a lot of time, is definitely dealing with some pressure there. And the Steelers had to improvise a bit. But definitely good to see the Steelers offense continue to chip away at this Bengals defense. And again, fresh set of downs up to their 40 now. Gainwell remains in the game at running back. Under 2 minutes to go now here in the first. Rodgers going to be under center. He'll take the snap here. It's going to be a toss to Gainwell running left. He's going to get up over the 40 to the 45, up over the 50. So a nice little 10, 11-yard pickup there for Kenneth Gainwell. As they're highlighting over 1,200 combined pounds by the left side of the Steelers' offensive line there with Darnell Washington and I believe Jonnu Smith over there doing a nice job on blocking. So Gainwell does a nice job there. And again, a fresh set of downs. Steelers averaging 7.7 yards. Apologies, Anderson was in the game there as an extra O lineman. Rodgers in the gun here. Running back lined up to his right. Going to be a quick check at the line. Play clock is winding down, though. 3, 2, 1. They do get the snap off. It's going to be a toss to Gainwell running left here. Gainwell's a little star step in the hole, but going to get tackled at the line of scrimmage. Going to be no gain there. And so it's going to be second down and 10 after that play not going much of anywhere. So one more play should bring us to the end of this first quarter. Again, second down and 10, Steelers working from midfield. Again, definitely want to see a chunk play here. They just have Darnell Washington cited at 300-plus pounds, so he's somewhere over 300. Rodgers in the gun. Warren checks in back to the game. He's lined up to Rodgers' left. He's going to go in motion wide to the right-hand side now. Rodgers, quick screen out to Warren. Going to get up over midfield. Makes a man miss up over the 45. And is going to get down to the Cincinnati 43. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter here. When we come back, it will be a third down and about 3 yards. But your score is still Steelers 7, Bengals zip. So looking to keep it working. And, definitely want to keep the chains moving as we move into the second quarter. But not a bad first chunk of game there. It wasn't perfect. I think that the second drive there kind of fell a little bit short. Again, we're hoping to see this third one. But again, forcing your opponent to punt twice on their first two drives is a pretty good start. And you've had them in not the best field position either. You've been able to, they've kind of pushed up to between their own 40 in midfield. Obviously pushed as far as about our own 45. But I think, again, we've done a good job at tackling players quickly, at least in the early stages. And I think the Bengals offense being very limited by some of their lack of protection on the offensive line. And despite Flacco being a guy who can still get T. Higgins, get Jamar Chase the football quickly, it hasn't turned into necessarily big plays as of yet. But of course, still 45 minutes of ball game left to go, and plenty to still keep an eye on as we continue here on Thursday Night Football. But definitely a bit weird for me to do kind of back-to-back streams. I guess for me it's 3 streams in 5 days is a bit more rare. But we're gonna carry on. So I don't know what I did, but the Steelers Browns reaction video that I did had like over 800 views or something insane. It got some crazy amount of views, and I don't know why. I got 837. Which is absolutely insane for me. Because, I got like 133 on the Vikings-Steelers reaction. So I don't know what I did right, but we're going to hope to keep it going. We'll see if that continues. I doubt it. But hey, we can hope for that to continue. I'll definitely have to get that reaction video done tonight. But moving into the second quarter here officially now. As again, 15 minutes now before the half, Steelers 56 consecutive regular season games with 7 or fewer points in the first quarter. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, I think that's why that second drive was a little bit disappointing for the Steelers offense. 3rd and 3 though, going to be working from the Cincinnati 42. Warren in the backfield to Rodgers or right in the gun. Takes snap. It's going to be Warren up the middle. Going to push the pile forward. That should be enough for another Steelers first down. And it sounds like they will give the Steelers a fresh set of downs on that inside give to Jalen Warren. As we're taking a look at Al Golden, the Bengals defensive coordinator, here on the sideline. Who I think, has done a decent enough job here in the early stages. Obviously, that first drive supplemented a lot by that big chunk play to DK Metcalf. Gainwell now checking in the game as single back. Warren still on the field, though. He's going to be spread to the left. He's going to come in motion to the near side here. It's going to be a toss to Gainwell, though, running left. Going to forge upfield, get up to about the 35-yard line before he's knocked down. They're going to spot him at the 36. It's going to be a pick of about 4 yards there. Big hit from Cincinnati number 24. That was, I believe, Marco Wilson in there on a very nice tackle. They're actually going to give him 3 yards. It's going to be a second down and 7 here. So Steelers, 20 plays, 128 yards so far. Warren will now be lined up to Rodgers' right. Smith comes in motion closer to the formation. Again, 3 tight end sets. So you see Freiermuth spread at the far side. Rodgers looking left, looking back right. Going to be complete to Johnny Smith up over the middle. He's going to pick up a first down up over the 30, and he'll make his way down to the 27-yard line. So third catch of the day for Johnny Smith, who has been a big target here early. I think just, finding and, doing nice work. Just kind of high-lowing the linebacker there. And again, just a nice little hitch there. And Steelers keep the ball rolling here early in the second quarter. 1st and 10 now for the Bengal 27. Rodgers, empty set. And we're going to have a timeout taken here by Cincinnati with 13 minutes left to go. So a quick timeout here by Cincinnati. So definitely a bit of I don't know if it's a surprise there, but obviously good to see in that situation. So quick break here as both sides will regroup. Again, Steelers looking to put some more points on the board here. Definitely want to see a game where this offense puts up over 30 points. Skowronek going to go in motion to the far side. He'll line up next to Darnell Washington. Warren in the game as the single back. Going to be a check at the line here now. Rodgers, quick screen out to Skowronek. He's going to get up over the 25, breaks a tackler down to the 20, and it's a nice little nine. Actually, no, that was Scotty Miller. Apologies, that was not Ben Skowronek making the catch there. So going to pick up about 8.5 yards there on first down. So again, good work from Rodgers there. Reading that play. 2nd and 1 as the Steelers into the Cincinnati red zone. Warren going to go in motion to Rodgers' left. Again, another check at the line from Rodgers. Play clock winding down. Rodgers, toss to Warren, running left. Going to get up over first down. Going to be cutting it back inside up to the 15. Rodgers trying to throw a block. Warren to the 10. Warren to the 5. 10 to the end zone for the touchdown. But there is a flag. And I imagine it's coming back for a holding on what was a great run by Jalen Warren. And there's going to be a holding on Zach Frazier. That's going to negate what was a great run by Jalen Warren. And that's a gut punch there, man. That was one of our best runs so far this season. Taking a look. Yeah, and Frazier gets called there. Yeah, he gripped the shoulder pad as Warner tried to cut back. Frazier wasn't exactly ready for it. And yeah, he will get flagged for the hold there. And so let me get second down and 11 now. Steelers pushed all the way back to the Cincy 28. Rodgers in the gun. Orbit motion there from Gainwell. Rodgers dropping back to pass, surveying the field. Great protection there. Rodgers stepping up, scrambling to his right. He's going to pump, and now he's going to take off, running up over the 25, and he's going to slide down at about the 22-yard line. So again, making it a little bit more manageable as Rodgers moving to scramble a little bit. And there has just been no pass rush tonight by this Cincinnati Bengals team. Yeah, the offensive line just doing their jobs. And again, giving Rodgers time, even if the coverage is good, he maybe had Jonnu Smith, but was a bit tight to the line of scrimmage. So good job to tuck it. It's going to be a scramble for 6 there. It's going to make it 3rd and 5. Trips to the far side. Gainwell lined up to Rodgers left in the shotgun. Going to motion out to the right. Going to line back up next to Aaron Rodgers right. Takes the snap. Rodgers takes the snap. Surveying. Rolling back out to his left. Rodgers standing in there. Throwing. Firing. It's going to be just short of the first down to Gainwell. Down inside the 20. So there's going to be 4th down and about half a yard here. And what is the call? I think the Steelers are going for it here. And Steelers will keep the offense out on the field on 4th and half a yard. So definitely good to see this offense stay aggressive on what will be the 12th play of this 3rd drive of the game. So under 11 minutes to go here. And it's a push formation. And I believe the Steelers got it. There's a flag, though. So Steelers convert. And there's a false start. It's a false start on the Steelers here. So put Connor Hayward in there to push forward. And it was a false start. So they're policing that pretty intently. And yeah, definitely a false start in there. As that was Mason McCormick with a bit of a flinch. But obviously you got Darnell Washington in there giving a nice little push to Connor Hayward. But yeah, that will make it 4th and 5. And now that'll bring out the Steelers field goal unit. Boswell out for a 41-yard attempt from the left hash. Snap, hold, kick, and it's right through. And the Steelers extend their lead to 2 possessions here. As having to settle for 3, but that does make the score 10-0 here in the second quarter as the Steelers extend their lead. And we're going to go to another commercial break. But, obviously not the best there. Also not expecting to have too many people pop in tonight. I know you got Tom Grossi live. You got Urinating Tree live. You probably got another couple of Steelers fans out there. I think it would definitely be interesting to try and multi-stream this through OBS. I don't know exactly how possible that'd be, but hey, we can figure that out. For what it's worth, I'm sitting here with my computer on my ottoman, commentating this game. So, hey, that's a thing. But gonna wait to see exactly how this continues. But Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense about to get the ball back here in the second quarter. But a nice long drive there from the Steelers. Obviously, it sucks to see it kind of peter out there towards the end. But gonna have to wait and see. I think a lot of faith in the defense to continue to work. Definitely good to see the offense. To see faith in the offense. To keep them out on the field on that 4th and short. But we'll have to wait and see how some of this continues. Binned off Tom for you tonight. Hey, thank you. Always appreciate that. Though I imagine people, always nice when a smaller streamer gets some support. But hey, doing it for the love of it. I'm always going to sit here and enjoy some football. So if I can share that with other people, that is always great. But yeah, I think I'll probably be off until Monday. I don't think I'm probably not doing a Sunday game this week. As again, I'll have a nice chunk of extra time. Then of course I will have Sunday night. As Steelers Packers is our next game, so that'll certainly be an interesting one. I don't know whether I need to get our 30s throwback jersey on express order. Before that game. Obviously, we'll have to kind of wait and see there. But we are lined back up to get back underway here. And that we will do as up over the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, and at the 27. Big hit there. As I believe it was Ben Skoranek on the tackle. So 10-21. And the Cincinnati Bengals offense will make their way back out on the field. Ugh. I'm sorry. They're talking about Tomlin's reaction to the Flacco trade, which that clip. That's another fun Tomlinism. Flacco though under center here. 1st and 10. Bengals working from their own 28. Going to be a handoff running left here, and it's a bit of a hole up over the 35, over the 40, up over the 45, over midfield, and out of bounds at the 46. So big chunk run play there on 1st down for the Cincinnati Bengals. Good blocking up front by that offensive line. Deshaun Elliott was, again, it was just, great blocking there. It's Jalen Ramsey who I think will end up getting credited for the stop. But just give Chase Brown a very nice hole, and he can just rumble for, about 27 yards there? Only his 3rd carry of the night. He's up to 32 yards now so far in this game. Longest run of the season as well for Brown and Bengals. After that run, having to call timeout here as they've already made their way up to the Pittsburgh 46 and burn their 2nd timeout of this game. Joe Flacco, by the way, first QB to be traded mid-season within the division since 1974. So I think you can understand why Mike Tomlin's reaction to that trade was the way that it was, especially when Flacco was the Browns starter. Of course, after getting benched, I think definitely was looking to shop him, and the Bengals definitely in need of a guy. Considering Jake Browning was not playing very well at all. And, of course, Joe Burrow out until December. Flacco, though, in the pistol here on 1st and 10. Steelers showing blitz. Going to pass. Flacco looking, firing, pumps. Goes to his right to Chase Brown. Big hit! By who's that, 21? Is that Chuck Clark coming in? And it's a very nice tackle for loss by the Steelers safety. Reading that check down play. Very nice open field tackle as well by Clark. Clark came absolutely flying in there and laid the hammer on Chase Brown. It's going to be a loss of 6 there. It's going to make it 2nd down and 16. Steelers once again showing blitz here. Flacco in the gun, takes a snap, only 4 from the Steelers. Flacco just shuffled to his left, going to find Ioshavas back into Steelers territory, but only up to the 45, and it's Chuck Clark again making a nice tackle in the open field. So again, that'll get them back to about the same line of scrimmage they were at. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 here. Bengals in Steelers territory, but only at the 45. 3rd and 10. Empty set for Flacco. Steelers once again showing blitz. They're going to drop out and rush 4. Flacco standing in there, fires over the middle, complete. Jamar Chase down to the Steeler 30. So right on the money to him. And that's some of the weakness of this Steelers zone. And gives Flacco enough time to find his man. Again, Harmon almost getting his hands up to it, but not quite. It's Wilson and Elliott on the tackle. But the Bengals keeping their drive alive here. Jamar Chase, third catch of the night. He's up to 25 yards now. Again, 1st and 10 Bengals from the Pittsburgh 30. 7.5 left to go here in the second quarter. And going to be out wide. Jamar Chase is going to bobble it, somehow retain it, makes a man miss, and is going to end up picking up about 7 yards there. But came very close to getting that ball taken away. And honestly, it was that bobbling of the ball that gave Jamar Chase that little bit of extra space. As I believe that was Joey Porter that may have tried to go through. And sorry, no, that was Darius Slay who tried to go snatch the bobble away. And it's Cole Holcomb there to make the tackle. So 2nd down and 3. As the Bengals offense starting to find their legs. Flacco under center now. Motion to the near side. And it's going to be false start here. I think it's going to be everybody but the center. Give us false start, everybody but the center. False start. They're just calling it on 80. They're just calling it on Iosheva. Damn it. I wanted false start, everybody but the center. No. That'll push the Bengals back 5 yards there. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 then. So it takes away the good play there by Jamar Chase, or at least takes away some of it. But again, I think, continues to have momentum. They were highlighting how good Flacco was in the second half against Green Bay last week compared to in the first. Steelers showing blitz here on 2nd and 8. They're going to bring it. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and it's going to be a first down by Chase Brown. Or sorry, that's Samaje Perine picking up 9 yards in a Bengal first. And again, Bengals O-line is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm here. Again, it's just a nice job. Also, good work by Drew Sample there to seal off Herbig to open the hole for Perine to pick up that first. So again, another fresh set of downs here. Bengals starting to find some life in the run game. Flacco in the gun. Steelers bringing pressure. Queen up the middle. Flacco to bat it up, and somehow it's caught. There is a fight for the football here. So what's the ruling here? What? Hold on. Okay, they're saying stop the clock. And they're saying that T. Higgins somehow came away with that football. Got batted at the offensive line. Got it batted at the line of scrimmage. Oh, that's just a great catch. Goddamn. Yeah, ball batted at the line, and T. Higgins somehow gets his hand underneath that. So a great adjustment. It's a pickup 7. So all the way down to the 13 now are the Bengals. Going to be handoff to Chase Brown, running left. Going to get stood up, but not before he picks up, but he's going to fall forward. Do a nice job. Pick up the first down. That's down to the Pittsburgh 9. And this is a bad sign that the Bengals have some sort of a run game going this drive against us. Yeah, the Bengals have had 56.7 rushing yards per game. They have 54 tonight. So that's not good. Bengals 1st and goal from the 9. From the 8, sorry. That's going to be fakes the handoff, quick slant over the middle, touchdown, Jamar Chase. So Bengals find their way into the end zone and cut the Steelers' lead, 72 yards for the score. Again, that's some of the advantage of a vet like Joe Flacco. Are they gonna say, "Oh, he's bobbling that"? No, that should be incomplete. That should be incomplete. Yeah, he never has that secured. He's continuing that. He's bobbling that. Chuck Clark broke that up. He never controls that. That's incomplete. Incomplete pass. So Chuck Clark making what looked like a Jamar Chase touchdown that really frustrated me turns into a great breakup by Chuck Clark, getting his shoulder right on the football to jar it loose. And yeah, Jamar Chase still trying to get it secured all the way down to the ground. And so it will be 2nd and goal now from the 8. So 4:42 left to go here in the first half. Should be from the 8. They're doing some sort of a check here, but we're lined up. Bengals have gone, they started their own 28, so they've gone 60 yards so far. Flacco, back shoulder fade, looking for Chase. That one's good. That one's in. And they're calling on Jalen Ramsey, so that one's good. And yeah. That was it. All right, they're pushing on each other, but now the Bengals cut the lead to 4, PAT pending. Snap, hold, kick, and that's right through. It's 10-7. Well, that's not great. So 4:38, Steelers will get the ball back with a chance to extend their lead. Of course, Steelers started with the football. No, I mean, it is a good throw. Just, looking for a fade towards the end zone. And, Chase and Ramsey were tied up, hand fighting a little bit. Maybe a hand one of Chase's hands got a little bit high. And so Ramsey tried to sell it for offensive pass interference. But instead it was defensive. So, solid throw by Flacco. But, it is a touchdown. And, definitely was part of what I was worried about seeing from this Steelers team. Of course, it is a short week. It is a divisional game. You are playing away. So those are always, a bunch of combos that aren't great. But it is concerning that the Bengals have been able to were able to run the whole ball that effectively that drive. And just generally, I feel like they've had a pretty solid run game in this one. As that was one of the big problems of those first couple of weeks. That, when that pops up, that's just very much a warning flag. Of course, you're not going to hold back an offense with the talent of Chase, of Higgins, of Chase Brown for a whole evening, or it's certainly very difficult to. But again, it's just, I'd be okay seeing, if this were late in the game, if we hadn't gotten the false start on fourth and half a yard, we hadn't stalled out on our third drive of the game, if those things hadn't taken place, then maybe I'm feeling a little bit differently. But again, at the end of the day, gotta make your opportunities count. If you don't, the Cincinnati Bengals sure as hell will. But at commercial once again. Yeah, definitely grabbing some water at half. But yeah, not great there. Steelers pass rush outside of that first drive really hasn't gotten too much pressure to Joe Flacco, and that's been just by how efficient Joe Flacco has been getting rid of the ball. So that's been the big thing there. Of course, Aaron Rodgers at his strength when he's able to throw the ball quickly, which he's been able to do a good bit tonight, but we've also seen a little bit of improvisation. Kick is away, though. And so with 4:38, Steelers will get the ball back, up over the 5 to the 10 to the 15, or the 20, cuts up the middle, 25, stutter step, going to get up to the 30-yard line before he's taken down. And so that's where Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers offense will take back over. So again, I definitely want to see a touchdown here. Want to go into the half up 10. I feel like we've played well enough to deserve it so far. Honestly, we need to run the ball more. I feel like we're consistently getting away from that. It's worked well when you've run the ball. Warren's averaging 7 a carry. I don't know why he's only getting 12 carries a game when he's averaging 5. The most rushes 5, 6, 7 a carry. Rodgers, though, going to go under center here. 1st and 10, 4:32 in the half. 70 yards to go. Washington coming in motion, tighter to the formation. It's going to be a faked handoff to Warren. Rodgers standing in there, stepping up, going deep down the left-hand side, looking for Metcalf. It's going to be intercepted. He was touchdown. Up over the 50 to the 45 of the Steelers. What the hell was that, Aaron? Why are we not running the football? I mean, it was basically the same exact route. It was just better coverage this time, and yeah, he is down. He's down back at the Bengal. What is that? 30. But it's just a bad throw from Rodgers. What are you doing that for, Aaron? That's on you. Well, that was the last thing we needed. Jesus. Well, that's depressing. It's going to be, it's not going to be up at the Steeler 45. It's going to be back at the Bengal, I think inside the Bengal 30. So it's going to be back at the Bengals 24. So it's effectively a very nice arm punt, but it is battle on the interception for Cincinnati. And yeah, I mean, there's 2 Cincinnati defenders all over that pass. But it'll be Aaron Rodgers' 4th pick of this season. And at 4:25, the Bengals offense has a great situation here. And all the momentum is with Cincy. 4:25, Flacco under center. Chase Brown is the single back here. And up the middle, Chase Brown up over the 30, 35. Spins 40, 45, 50, 45, down to the 40. What are we doing? Are you serious? Oh my God. Maybe I will take that beer. 2. 2 missed tackles there. How is this team able to run the ball on us? Are you serious? Ugh. Chase Brown, 5 carries, 74 yards tonight. Bengals right in the operating window at the Steelers 40. Flacco takes a snap, looking, fires over the middle, looking for Chase, and it's another flag. Yeah, I'm going to need that beer. Pass interference on Jalen Ramsey. So that'll give the Bengals another 6 yards there. Wake the fuck up, boys. Come on. You're playing a divisional match. Another 1st and 10. From the 35 now. Up the middle. Actually, it's going to be bounce to the outside right now by Pirine. It's going to be another 6 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 4. How are... Oh, this is going to be a very angry video. Bengals have averaged 56.7 yards of rushing offense per game. They have 97 already tonight. 3 minutes left to go now in the half. Flacco takes a snap over the middle, complete. T. Higgins, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Three plays, 76 yards against Joe Flacco and the worst rushing offense in the NFL. McPherson out for the extra point. It's up and it's good. Are you serious? Like, how is... I don't even know. Like, hey Steelers, can we run the ball now? Or are we gonna keep having Aaron make the calls at the line? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. This is a bad first half. This is bad. Ugh. Jesus. Yeah, I don't even know, man. And now we need points before the half, or else this could get ugly. And this is part of the concern of our secondary is you fate and again I feel like the Bengals are an exception, but as you get into the bulk of the schedule, especially like the Packers are a team that I'm really eyeing as a team that has a whole bunch of wide receivers they could go to on any given day, as a team that against us is going to be very dangerous because yes, we have Joey Porter Jr., who is handsy, can you call for PI, but generally does a good job at shutting people down. But outside of that, Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey are gonna struggle, especially against some of these younger wideouts. And you probably have to go through the Chiefs in the playoffs. We could go through against the Chargers, who are much the same way and have a really good O line when it's completely healthy. So it's keep an eye on the Chiefs, Chargers. Colts will be an interesting matchup in a couple of weeks' time. But yeah, that was not good. That was not good. Yeah, I got you. I mean, he's doing what he should. Like, I feel like both offenses coming in with a pretty similar game plan of, hey, we're gonna get the ball out quick. And, with the Bengals, it's like, hey, you got to try to establish the run every week. You got to try to get that working, especially when you have a quick throwing offense. But, yeah, I mean, the turnover battle is going to be crucial in this one. And that was very careless by Aaron. And then just not good defense at all. Kick is away. Going to be returned by Gainwell. Up over the 20, up over the 25. Stutter step, and again, out to the 30. So the 31 is where the Steelers will start once again. Aaron, 10 of 15 for 101, a touchdown and a pick tonight. Flacco, 11 of 16 for 102 and 2 touchdowns. And again, the difference has been the running game, I think. Because Cincy has run the ball and we have not. Has been the main thing. Because I don't know why we've abandoned the run game here. The run game is working, Go for it. Like, they're going to try to take DK away, get Roman Wilson in there, get Pat Fryermuth involved. Like, you have all these other pieces, and we're just not going to use them? Like, all right, 1st and 10 from the 30, toss to Warren, running right, up over the 30, going to pick up about, and it's fumbled. They're ruling him down by contact. That almost went from bad to worse. And yeah, he's down. So good call there. No horse collar on Hill. 2nd and 7. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Rodgers takes a snap, looking, firing, complete to Warren. Stutter step, sheds a man up over the 40. Continues to roll up to the 48. So picks up a 1st down, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning here. Bengals with 2 quick scores to take a 4-point lead. But we'll just see if the Steelers can get anything just before the break. Yeah, I mean, this is the issue with the Steelers, is that just as much as we can play up to competition, we also play down to competition. Where, I don't think we overlooked, I hope we didn't overlook this game because it's 10 days until the next one. But, again, as much as, hey, it's a short week, less time to game plan, less time to recover, it's like, the running game's working, and we just abandoned it. I don't even know. I don't know. But we'll see what happens here. Again, need to see a touchdown here. If we go into halftime down 4, or even down 1, I'm gonna be very frustrated. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But let's just keep it going. We got another 52 yards to go and try and pick up a touchdown. So that's what we're hoping to see. All right. Come on. I need something big here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, just need points. $158 though left in the half. Steelers at their own 48-yard line. Fryermuth, by the way, still without a target tonight, which is frustrating. Rodgers in the gun. Smith coming in motion, orbit motion. Going to be a handoff to Warren, going up the middle, gets up over midfield and into Bengals territory, down to the 47 before he's tackled. So going to be a pickup of 4 or 5 yards there. Aaron Rodgers, by the way, has moved into 5th in career passing yards, passing Ben Roethlisberger. 2nd down and 5. Rodgers up the middle to Warren. I don't know why we're running why are we running the ball now? Why are we running the ball now? It's going to be 3rd and 4 here. I don't understand. understand, man. They're going to huddle up as well, so more time going to be burned off the clock. What is going on? Like, 3rd down and 4. Clock now under a minute. Warren lined up to Rodgers' left in the gun. Rodgers takes snap. Looking, pumping. Warren complete. 1st down. Down to the 41. And Steelers going to call their first timeout of the half with 49 seconds left to go in the half. Yeah, I don't know why are we running the ball now? Like, I don't know. I'm about to start I might do the post game thing live. It might not say final up there. It might say 4th quarter, but you might get a live reaction. But 50 seconds for the Steelers to try and find the end zone here. Gainwell going to check in the game. He's lined up to Rodgers' left. So 41 yards left to go now. Rodgers takes a snap, looking, shovel pass to Gainwell, who's going to fall over in the backfield. Timeout, Pittsburgh. It's going to be 2nd and 14. All right. 2nd and 13 after the negative play to Gainwell. 43 seconds left. Rodgers takes a snap, looking left, firing, complete to Metcalf. They're going to say it's complete to Metcalf? What the hell? Is this intercepted? Oh my Christ, this might be intercepted. It's definitely incomplete. I think it's incomplete. Oh my Christ. What the fuck are we doing? Oh my God. The ruling on the field is a Cincy interception. With 30 seconds left to go. You're a fucking joke, Tomlin. I swear to God. Like, every time. This happens every fucking time. Every damn season. Every fucking year. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 1st down Cincinnati. So a 2nd Aaron Rodgers interception. Goes down more as a fumble. Flacco. And it's complete up to the 45 to Jamar Chase. That's good for, 15 yards? Jesus. Like, I don't know why I expect anything different. Like, I was actually happy about this team after the Cleveland game. Like, every year. Like, your response, like, and the. Oh, my God. Like, it's every time we have, like, every time we take a step up, we take a step right back down. And then again, and the reason why this is like, okay, yes, the offense did well against the Cincy defense, but like, okay, pass is incomplete at least, so we got that. Oh yeah, he had a little bit of a double clutch. So 2nd and 10 with 37 seconds. Bengals still with 2 timeouts. Or sorry, Bengals with 1 timeout. Apologies. Steelers showing blitz here. It's a false start. Wide open. First down, up over the 40. He's going to get out of bounds at the 42. 30 seconds left. Flacco takes a snap. Looking, firing. Complete again to Chase. Knocked out of bounds by Ramsey after a 9-yard gain. It's right on him. 25 seconds now. Bengals into Steelers territory. Flacco takes a snap. Stepping up in the pocket. Throwing. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be knocked up. Joey Porter Jr. is getting flagged again. Coverage on T. Higgins. Or pass intended for T. Higgins. "20 seconds left and the Bengals are in field goal range. What are you talking about? That's pass interference. Are you... Come on. First and 10, 20 seconds left. From the 37 of the Steelers. Flacco throws, overthrows Jamar Chase. "16 seconds. Take Jalen Ramsey off of Jamar Chase. And this is the concern with Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay. Burrow, quick, over the middle. Fant, up to the 32 before he's tackled. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, timeout, Cincy. So they'll trot the field goal unit out. Like, I need to see a much different second half from the Steelers offense and the Steelers defense. Chase, 7 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown in this one. And McPherson going to come out. It's going to be a 49-yard attempt. And it's going to be from right down the middle. Snap, hold, kick. And it's right down the middle. And the Bengals extend their lead to 7. As we head into half, and Bengals, of course, will get the ball right back as we come out of the halftime break with that advantage. God damn it. Jesus. Can't turn the ball, you can't have the ball turned over that. You can't turn the ball over twice and expect to lead. Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. Like I am. Uh, I don't even know. This is rough, man. This is rough. Like, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what to say. Like you gotta stop the run. Can't. We're not stopping. We're not doing anything with the pass. Like turn the ball over twice. We're not running the ball. Like we just didn't run the. I don't know why we abandoned it, but and then we run it twice in the 2 minute warning and burn off a bunch of clock, and it doesn't matter because since he goes and gets points anyways because we turn the ball over. I'm complaining about the coach because we have changed every single part of this team since Ben Roethlisberger has retired, and even before Ben is retired, and we get this game every single year. So yes, it is Mike Tomlin's fault. Because in order for us to actually contend with teams, we need to perform well against teams like the Bengals, who have diverse passing attacks, like we'll see against the Packers, like we'll see with the Chiefs, like we'll see with the Chargers, when the playoffs come around. I don't even know. The Bengals are the worst rushing team in the NFL by 25 yards per game. Yeah, I mean, again, I need to go grab a water. I need to grab a water because I'm fucking frustrated. I don't even know. I don't know what to say. We're just treading water. Like, we're not doing anything. We are back, though, to start the second half. Bengals, of course, start with the ball. Kick return up to the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, up over the 30, but that's where he'll be stopped. Screen to Chase, shed the tackle. No, it doesn't shed a tackle. He'll get tackled at the 36. So it's only a gain of 4 on first down. Actually, it's going to be 5. Darius Slay is banged up. 2nd and 5. Flacco, motion to the near side. Flacco takes the snap, looking, fires left, short to Chase. It's going to get up to the 40. It's going to make it 3rd and 2. It's a chance. It's a chance to take full control of the AFC North. And I get credit to the Bengals; they're fighting, but handoff, P. Ryan, 1st down. $102 rushing yards for the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are playing well. They've averaged a game's worth of offense, and we're a minute and a half into the second half. 2 minutes. Brown in the game, he's lined up to Flacco's right. Takes snap. It's going to be running left, and Chase Brown's going to get up over midfield. He's going to pick up 7 yards. Hayward got held. That's a block in the back. Chase Brown, 6 carries for 81 yards. Flacco going to check out. He's going to go into shotgun. Chase Brown going to line up to his right in 2nd and 3. Takes a snap. Steelers bring in pressure quick over the middle. Jamar Chase, 40, 35, tackled at the 32. Man, Jamar Chase, 10 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown tonight, man. Flacco, empty set, looking right, fires, complete. Jamar Chase down to the 20. First down, Cincinnati. Flacco inside the Steelers' red zone now. Handoff up the middle. Brown sheds a tackle. He'll fall forward to the 15 and pick up 3. Bengals have 273 yards to our 183. Most expensive defense in the NFL, by the way. I'm yes, they have good skill players. Flacco's good. If we want to actually compete, these teams with good skill players are who we're going to have to. Good. Flacco. Going to throw it out the back of the end zone. Incomplete. It's going to make it 3rd and 7. Joey Porter also getting treated. P. Ryan now checking into the game for Chase Brown. So 3rd and 7. Steelers defense with a chance to hold Keep this as only a 10-point game. Bengals just outside the 15. Flacco looking, firing over the middle. Icyhot, first down. Coverage by Brandon Eccles. Actually, no, they're going to mark him just short. They're going to be just inside the 9-yard line. And I imagine the Bengals are going to be keeping the offense out on the field here on 4th and 1. Play clock winding down. Flacco up the middle. He's going to get it. No, timeout. Timeout, Cincinnati. Play clock was winding down, and Cincinnati called timeout. No, there's a challenge flag. So Cincinnati going to challenge here. I think it's short regardless, so I think it's just going to go in as a timeout. But no, it's going to be a first. Yeah, it's a first. So Bengals are going to have first and goal here. Oh. I don't even know, man. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't even know. I'm just frustrated, man. Like I don't wanna like. I feel like there's not even that much to talk about. It's just frustration. Like I want to save some thoughts for a fucking video. I don't even know. Like this is an opportunity because we're going into a tough stretch. We got the Packers, Colts, and Chargers as our next 3 games. So it's going to be a timeout for challenge unsuccessful, but it's going to be 4th and about 2 inches. So 9.5 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And so I imagine we're just going to see the same thing again from Flacco, just up the gut, up the middle with a sneak. Cannon at the line, motion, and Flacco gets pushed through for a first down. First and goal, Cincy. Like, I don't know why I didn't expect this game to happen this way, but I should have. So 1st and goal Bengals. 11th play of the drive now. Over 6 minutes. Flacco, handoff up the middle to Pirine. Up, down inside the 5. Not quite to the 4. So I don't think it's 2nd down and goal. Stop looking confused, Tomlin. This happens every year. $8:15 left to go now. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Brown lined up to his left. Looking right. Fires. End zone. Knocked away by Jalen Ramsey. So good play by the Steeler vet corner. I'll make it 3rd and goal now. So 3rd and goal now. From inside the 5. Steelers defense looking to hold out. Looking to keep this from becoming a 2-touchdown game. Trying to keep it a 2-score game. Flacco in the gun. Running back to his right. Takes a snap. Looking right. Rolling right now. Flacco looking. Firing into the dirt. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and goal now. And I imagine the Bengals field goal unit. But still, 7 minutes and 2 seconds elapsing at the start here. So, going to hold firm. It is 4th and goal. So, a 23-yard attempt for Evan McPherson. Field goal is up. Field goal is good. And it's a 2-score game. 20 points unanswered for the Cincinnati Bengals as they extend to a 2-possession lead. And yeah, you need a response now, or this game is really all but over. And if you're not a Steelers fan, you haven't watched the Steelers game, you're like, oh hey, there's 7:55 in this quarter, there's 15 going in the next quarter. But at the same time, like, I feel like I've seen enough Steelers where, hey, if we don't get points here, if we can't keep this a 1-possession game on this drive, Bengals are going to go down. They're going to pick up more points and going to make this game very, very hard to get back into. I don't know. Because we get losses like this every single year. Every single year. And at the end of the day, the only thing that has not changed is Mike Tomlin. We get these games every year. The only person every year is Mike Tomlin. Field goal or kickoff is away. Up for the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, up to the 40. So Steelers special teams have been very solid today. Very good on returns. It was Gainwell on that one. He's going to get us up to the 40, and that's where we'll get back going. So yeah, Flacco's been very efficient tonight. 19 of 29 for 173 and a touchdown. But Steelers offense working from their own 40 after the good Kenneth Gainwell return. 1st and 10 from the 39, actually. Darnell Washington in motion to the far side. Jalen Warren up the middle. He'll pick up about 4.5 yards there. So that'll make it 2nd down and 6. They're going to call it 2nd and 5 on the broadcast. They'll mark it at the 44. Got to get to the 49 of Pittsburgh for a first down. Rodgers takes a snap, toss to Warren, running right, cuts it back inside for the 45, and he will pick up the first down. He'll get up to just shy of midfield. The Steelers move the sticks again here on their first drive of the second half. So, again, good to see us get back to the run game. Warren, 10 carries, 56 yards tonight. So, again, he's been efficient. He hasn't been Chase Brown levels of effective. But he is still keeping it rolling, which is good. He'll remain in the game as Rodgers is going to go under center once again. Steelers in jumbo personnel. You got Anderson and Washington on the field. Checking at the line. Anderson going in motion to the bottom side. It's going to be a toss to Warren, running left. He's going to get up over the 45 to the 40 to the 35. Sends another tackler down to the 25. And now we're running the football. It's almost like we should have done this in the first half. Put the big bodies on there and let Warren go to work. Like you get Spencer Anderson. You have 7 offensive linemen on the field and can just go to work. Just look at that hole for Warren, and then he just sheds 2 tacklers. He sheds like 3 guys over the course of that run. Arm tackle there, steps by Knight, and then like forearm Stone, who does force him out of bounds. But again, it's another fresh set of downs for the Steelers. They'll remain in jumbo personnel, now working from the Cincy 26. Rodgers, toss to Warren, running left, cuts it inside. This time, though, he's gonna spin. He'll pick up 2 or 3 yards there on that one. So it'll be second down in 7 or 8 that time. Yeah, Warren now 12 carries for 82 yards after the 23-yard scamper 2 plays ago. 2nd and 8. Rodgers, Gainwell now going to check into the game. He's lined up to Rodgers' left. Check at the line. Rodgers takes the snap, looking left, looking for Darnell Washington, and it's nowhere close to him. Darnell Washington wasn't even expecting it, but even that pass was nowhere close. Like you're expecting him to be even, again, it's like Aaron Rodgers had a mismatch. Just Darnell Washington wasn't expecting it and just missed him. So first pass of the second half falls incomplete. It'll make it 3rd and 8 now. Rodgers, Gainwell lined up to his left. Smith will go in motion, but will head back to the right. Bengals showing blitz. They'll bring it. Rodgers quickly. Roman Wilson will hurdle defenders, pick up the first down, and get a nice spin move. So good to see Roman Wilson get involved a bit more now. So second catch of the night for Wilson on a nice little slant. Down to the 10. Steelers up tempo. Rodgers over the middle. Knocked away. Incomplete. Flag was thrown early. Almost intercepted. Refs conferring here. It was 1st and 10 because there's a first goal at the half-yard line. So there's an illegal shift on the Steelers, and there's offsides on Cincinnati. So penalties will offset there. The Steelers trying to punish the Bengals going too quickly. And so it'll be offsetting, and so it'll just slow down the play here. Yeah, Joseph Asai was unable to get off the field. Yeah, Joseph Asai was not off the field. So 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. Rodgers in the gun. Warren lined up to his right. Jonnu Smith in motion to the near side. Rodgers. Smith going in reverse motion now, fix the handoffs, and it's going to be a screen to Darnell Washington, who's going to go back at the 18. Demetrius Knight on the tackle. Why are, like, run that to Freiermuth? Like, why? Yeah, Demetrius Knight, just a great read, sticking with Darnell Washington and just blows that screen up. 2nd and 18, Rodgers, snap, looking left, firing, incomplete, looking for Jonnu Smith, it was behind him. DJ Turner breaking it up that time, and now it's 3rd and 18. Turner is injured here. Looks like a calf injury. Might just be a cramp here for Turner. So we'll have a break for the injury timeout to Turner. So Turner will actually go to the locker room very quickly here. He is jogging to the locker room. But not sure what happened there. It's going to be 3rd and 18, 4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Steelers, again, first drive of the 2nd half. Bengals up 10. Gainwell lined up to Rodgers' right. Rodgers takes the snap. Looking left. Firing. Towards the end zone. Touchdown! There we go! Look what happens when you use him. Pat Freiermuth into the end zone. And that's going to be a Steelers touchdown. It's almost like he's good. Oh my God. That's Freiermuth just right down the seam. First target of the game. And he's right into the end zone. And again, good route, great ball thrown. Again, Freiermuth doing a nice route. Perfectly positioned. Great throw by Rodgers. And we're back to a 3-point gap. Snap. Hold. Kick. Right through. Boswell's PAT is good. And we're back to a 3-point game. It's 20-17. Jesus. Again, good throw, good catch, but use him! Oh my God. Like, the game, football is not this complicated. Like, I feel like we massively overcomplicate these games sometimes. Give the ball to Jalen Warren, let him rumble, use Pat Freiermuth. Like, you have pieces here. We are coming back out of commercial. Bengals about to get the ball back. But 3:55 left to go here in the first quarter. And the kick from Boswell is away. Going to be fielded inside the 10, up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, up over the 30. And going to be tackled at the 33. Peyton Wilson in there on the tackle there. Yeah, but showing the quarterback carousel that was the AFC North it has been the AFC North this year. We'll see how that affects the rest of this game, though, with Joe Flacco continuing to lead the way. 1st and 10, working from the Bengal 33. Flacco in the gun. Going to look to throw, looking for a quick screen out to, and it's going to go backwards here. So good coverage there on the screen to Chase Brown. Going to knock him back to the 30. Cam Hayward, one of the first players on the scene there. So make it 2nd and 13. Sorry, 2nd and 12. Again, good work from the Steelers sniffing that out quickly. But yeah, Watt, Herbig, Highsmith really just not factored into this game much. 2nd and 12 from the Cincy 31. Burrow takes the snap. Looking right, firing, complete. T. Higgins going to be tackled by Porter up over the 35 to the 37. So that'll be a pickup of 6. That'll make it 3rd down and as many. Sorry, 3rd down and 4. It was a bigger pickup than I thought. It's a pickup of 8. So Chase and Ioshavas going to be spread out to one side. Let me spread to the near side. Flacco looking up the middle, looking to throw deep, looking for Ioshavas complete. Down deep into Steelers territory, down inside the 25, down to the 23. Darius Slay on the coverage. And again, it's a great throw from Flacco, under pressure as well. And yeah, both safeties, Clark and Elliott, just come right down the field, and it's just one-on-one deep. It's a great read from Flacco. So from the Steeler 24 now, after Yoshavas' 3rd grab of the night, Flacco takes a snap, standing in the pocket, gets it away over the middle to T. Higgins, down inside the 20 as T.J. Watt was bearing down on Flacco. So Watt's starting to dial up now, so hopefully that becomes more of a factor in the 4th quarter. But it's going to be another 6 or 7 yards there. Yeah, it's going to be 6. And again, good play from Flacco. 2nd and 4 from the Steeler 18-yard line. Flacco under center. Going to look quickly to the left. Jamar Chase down inside the 10, down to the 8 on just a quick slant there. And it's 1st and goal for the Bengals. So 1st and goal now. Jamar Chase gets over 6,000 yards in his career. Flacco looking to throw. Looking for Chase Brown, but that's going to fall incomplete. Deshaun Elliott on the coverage. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. all passes this drive for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they've marched right down the field. Like, it's frustrating, dude. Second and goal, 23 seconds in the third. Flacco up the middle for Chase Brown. Going to get down to the 5 before he's taken down by Cam Hayward. Wilson, and I believe that was Ramsey also in there on the stop. And that'll take us into the fourth quarter. So it'll be third and goal when we get back from commercial, but it is a 3-point game. And it's Cincy 20 to Pittsburgh 17. Again, you need another stop now. You need another big stop. Otherwise, again, game has a risk of getting out of control, and you can't have that happen. So, again, big concern there as we carry on here into the fourth quarter. And, I don't know. This game has been a punch in the balls after that Cleveland game. Yeah, in between now. Yeah, I don't know. We need to stop now. We need to hold them to 3. It's frustrating, man. All right. Again, yeah. All right. Time to get a stop. If you're the Steelers defense now. Ugh. All right. Starting the fourth quarter now. Third and goal from the 5. Flacco in the gun, running back to his left. Jamar Chase alone at the far side. Chase in the slot in the middle. Flacco takes a snap, looking over the middle, fires. Touchdown. Noah Fant is in. Wide open. 8 plays, 67 yards, 4 minutes. And we're right back in the same situation we were 5 minutes ago. Snap, hold, kick, right through. And the Bengals retake a 10-point lead. Yeah, Patrick Queen just Misread there. Yeah, right into the end zone for a touchdown. Most expensive defense in the NFL. Flacco also ties Tom Brady for most regular season against the Steelers. But yeah, trying to get it done now. Again, 10-point lead, 14:57 left to go in regulation. The kick is away. And going to be returned. 10, 15, 20, 25. Spin, but not a good return that time. It's only up to the 26-yard line. And he's taken down. And, Jamar Chase has been just, unstoppable tonight. So 1st and 10. Steelers now back at, I believe, around 25. So long drive here to go. It's going to be at the 27. Apologies. Bengals showing blitz. Check at the line. Rodgers toss to Warren. Running right. First down, 30, 35. Up over the 40. Runs through a man. Up over the 50. 45, 40. Down to the Bengal 45. And holy shit, Jalen Warren does things. So Warren now over 100 yards tonight. And great blocking as well by the Steelers' tight end group of Freiermuth, Smith, and Washington opening that up. And then it's just Warren shedding tacklers down the sideline. So all the way down to the 36 of Cincinnati. Warren now 13 carries, 120 yards. Rodgers in the gun. Takes a snap, quick screen, Freiermuth. 35, sheds a man, 30, 25, 20, carrying a man all the way down to the 15, and he's horse collaring him the whole way. That or he's just got the back of the jersey. Look at us use our players look at us use our most talented players. Metcalf also doing some nice blocking on the peripheral. So down into the Bengals red zone, 2 plays, and we're already down to the 18. Bengals showing blitz. Fumbled snap's going to be another screen to Freiermuth. This one, though, going to go nowhere. This one only going to pick up a yard. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9. So Rodgers, 18 of 26 for 161, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks tonight. So hasn't been stellar. Warren, meanwhile, has been great with that 13 for 120. Rodgers in the gun. Hayward going in motion to the near side. Rodgers takes a snap. It's going to be a screen to Metcalf this time, who's going to get some decent blocking, but going to get spun down at the 12-yard line. Going to pick up another 5 or 6 yards there. So again, 3rd and manageable now. And again, points on the board right now does still keep you in this game. Again, you got to keep it 1 possession. You need your defense to get a stop. 3rd and 4. Under 12 and a half to go in the game now. Darnell Washington comes in motion on the near side. Rodgers takes a snap, looking left. Firing. Complete. Darnell Washington, 1st down. Down inside the 5. Swung down out of bounds at the 3-yard line. And now it's 1st and goal for the Steelers. So Steelers, actually they're going to spawn him at the 4. Rodgers in the gun, Warren to his left. Rodgers takes snap. Warren up the gut. He's going to get a push. Going to get down to the 2 about on forward progress before it's eventually stopped. And they whistle the play dead. And so now it'll be 2nd down and goal. So yeah, again, Warren averaging 8.6 a carry tonight. And again, Warren, there was about a brick wall in front of him. And again, he did a good job churning his legs. Steelers get lined up quickly. Heavy personnel. Quick snap. Rodgers snaps, rolls, fires. End zone! Touchdown! It's Darnell Washington into the end zone. Steelers cut that gap back to 4, pending the extra point. It's 27-23 now. 7 plays, 73 yards, and in under 4 minutes, Steelers march right down the field and get another strike. And they're highlighting Warren here, who threw a great block on a freed Shamar Stewart. And again, it's great work by Jalen Warren being able to extend that play. PAT from Boswell is up. PAT from Boswell is good. So 27-24 now. So Steelers keeping pace, but again, you need the defense to wake up a bit. You need the defense to make it happen, to get us a stop, get us a chance to retake this lead. And there's still a lot of time left for things to happen. The thing that sucks is I feel like I can't even be happy about a win now because I'm pissed off. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I wish I had more to say. It's just I keep getting it's good thing, frustrating thing, good thing, frustrating thing. It just I don't know. I don't know. But we are getting back underway here. And kick, it's going to bounce into the end zone. Stay in play. Go get, I was going to say go get him. But it's going to be a touchback, so Bengals only going to come out to the 20. As Boswell with a nice kick, so special teams with a nice play there. As Boswell's short kick gives the Steelers some room to work. So Flacco going to go under center. Brown at the single back. Motion to the near side. Flacco, handoff up the middle. Chase Brown Gonna only pick up. No, he's gonna bounce to the outside, and he's gonna pick up the first down. He's gonna pick up 12 there and get out of bounds. So Flacco, 25 of 36 for 237 and 3 touchdowns in this one. Under 10.5 to play now. Bengals first and 10 from their own 32. Play action. Flacco rolling right. Going to be throwing it. It's going to be Noah Fant. First down and more. 50, 45 before he's tackled by Porter at the Steeler 44. And we cannot stop a damn thing. So Jack Sawyer getting burned a bit there, and Noah Fant with his 4th grab of the day. Flacco now in the gun, running back to his left, working in Steeler territory once again after 2 plays. Flacco, snap, play action, looking, still surveying, and that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Sawyer getting the pressure. It's going to make it 2nd down and 10. And that's honestly the first time we've gotten actual pressure to Flacco since the first drive of this game. And again, I think it's largely because the Bengals have been so good and getting that ball out quickly. But, you know, that's the weakness of this team is, hey, if you're going to bring pressure, well, hey, you're going to drop into zone or you're going to play man with a bit of a cushion. We have enough wide receivers to beat you with a quick screen. Jamar Chase down inside the 40. He'll get down to the 39 before he's taken down. Yeah, it's just been efficient for the Bengals today. And again, credit to Flacco. You know, again, I think they said he's been with the team 10 days now. Flacco, 13 completions to Jamar Chase, tied for most to a wide receiver in a game in his 18-year career. Tied with Steve Smith all the way back in 2015. 3rd and 5. Flacco looking right. Snap. It's going to be complete. Jamar Chase sheds a tackle, sheds another, down inside the 25, down to the 24. And it's a fresh set of Cincinnati downs. And so Chase with his 14th reception of the game. And again, Queen not wrapping him up, Porter not wrapping him up. It's not until he gets to Juan Thornhill that does somebody wrap him up. Jamar Chase, 18 targets tonight. Hey, Logan, how's it going? This has been kind of painful, if I'm being completely honest. 1st and 10, Bengals from the Steeler 24. Handoff up the middle. Chase Brown down inside the 20. He'll get down to the 18. And Chase Brown is now over 100 yards rushing. Yeah. Laughing or in pain? 750, 749, 748 left to go for some context here. I don't know where you're at. Jamar Chase, also 14 catches, 128 yards. Flacco, some checks at the line. 2nd down and 3. Brown going to line up to his right. Flacco, 7.5 to play. Snap. Give up the middle. Chase Brown. There is a flag thrown. He is short. So the flag came from behind the play there. As Patrick Queen fired through an open hole. It is holding on the Bengals. So Bengals going to be pushed back. It's going to be 2nd and 13 now. As it's Rivers called for the hold on Patrick Queen. Yep, that's pretty easy. But yeah, it's been, I mean, credit to the Bengals, and especially the Bengals offense. They've come out firing, and they've taken it, and, Steelers, offense, 2 Aaron Rodgers interceptions in the first half is really the difference in this one. That's been a big factor in this game. 2nd and 13. Flacco, empty set, looking, firing over the middle, dropped by Jamar Chase. How many minutes left? Just over 7. Bengals are, pretty deep in Steeler territory. It's going to be 3rd and 13 from, I believe, the Steelers' 27. And Jamar Chase with a very rare drop here. And you got some John in the background between Orlando Brown and Alex Highsmith. So 3rd and 13. P. Ryan lined up to Flacco's left now. Now it's going to be empty set. Steelers showing blitz. They're going to bring 5. Flacco looking right-hand side towards the sideline. Incomplete. No flags. 4th and 13. Good coverage that time by Joey Porter as it was pushing and shoving both ways, so that'll stop the clock with 7:03 left to go. So 4th and 13. That'll bring up the Bengals field goal unit here. 45 yards right down the middle. He hit from 50 earlier today. McPherson looking to extend the lead to 6. Kick is up. Kick is good. So it's now 30-24 Cincinnati. Need one more touchdown, and then we need a stop, especially. Defense hasn't been great today. We had a sack on the opening drive on Joe Flacco, but we've touched him once since. Jack Sawyer was able to get to Joe Flacco as he was trying to throw the ball, was able to break it up. So again, it's far from, there's still a lot that needs to be done here. And again, touchdown is a must at this point. So, but yeah, I already have a lot to say for my post-game reaction. Because this has been a bit of a nut punch after our performance on Sunday against Cleveland. Yes, it's a short week. Yes, you have less time to prepare, so maybe game not exactly going to go to plan. It's going to be maybe a little bit more even, but it doesn't make it less of a nut punch, especially considering it's a divisional matchup. Considering the Bengals haven't been great this year. Packers beat them pretty, not uncomfortably last week, but pretty comfortably. Or not completely comfortably, but not uncomfortably. Do you commentate on other games? So yes, I do. I do Monday nights typically. And those, generally there's a bit more energy because I'm a little bit less biased and a little bit less frustrated when things go wrong. Of course, I know, a whole bunch of other people stream. I feel like Tom, I don't know if you follow Tom, but Tom Grossi is the big one there that, I'm going to conflict with him, but I'm going to be watching these games, so I'm going to do commentary on them. So I do every Steelers game that I can, and then a game on Mondays. And again, that just depends on personal schedule as well. But try to do whatever, and then you'll get like a Steelers post-game reaction every week. I'll check him out. I would definitely check out Tom Grossi. He is awesome. Definitely, he's pushing towards 1 million subs. Definitely a bigger name. Packers fan, so he's a bit of a heathen there. But of course, over here, always appreciate a like and a subscribe while you're here. Thank you so much, Logan. I think that's 87 now. So again, always appreciated. And if you ever, always appreciate you swinging by, saying hello, even if it's just for a bit, and dropping a like on the video real quick. It is always appreciated. But the kick from McPherson is away, and it will be returned to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, 20, 25, 30, bit of a hole, 35, up to the 39. So again, Steelers special teams continues to be very well. Continues to do very well in this one. As it's the second 40-yard kickoff return we have seen today. So 6:52 left to go now. So Steelers, 60 yards to go now, and then still need a big defensive stop. Warren, the single back. Rodgers under center. Freiermuth coming in motion to the near side. Rodgers checking at the line. Play clock is winding down. Rodgers takes a snap. Toss to Warren. Running left. Going to find a bit of a hole, but only going to pick up about 2.5, maybe 3 yards there on first down. It's going to be second down and about 7 or 8 there. So clock will continue to run. They'll call it second down and 7, so a 3-yard pickup. As, again, Jaylen Warren, it's been great to see him. Steelers going up-tempo here. Rodgers, empty set. Warren now going to come into the backfield from out wide to the near side. He'll line up to Rodgers' left. Going to be a check at the line. Rodgers takes the snap. Toss to Warren. Running left. Warren cuts up the middle. Going to be wrapped up and swung down as he gets to the 45. Touchdown? No. So I think you don't go for a 2-point conversion here. You just go for the PAT. Because the 6 points ties the game, and then it doesn't matter whether you go for 1 or 2 at that point, because the least that the Bengals offense can score is 3 points. So you just kick the PAT in that situation. But either way, you need a touchdown. 3rd and 4 from the 35-yard line. 3 receivers spread to the far side. Gainwell lined up to Rodgers' left in the gun. Rodgers takes the snap, looking right. Fires. Over the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Freiermuth. It was a little bit off target. So it's going to be 4th and 4 now, and the Steelers bringing the offense off the field. Shit! And yeah, that's misplaced by Rodgers. You got to put that right in Freiermuth's breadbasket, and he didn't. So it's going to bring out Corliss Waitman with 5.5 minutes left to play. So Waitman will get the punt away cleanly. Fair catch signal. It's going to bounce inside the 10 and going to be down right there by James Pierre. So Bengals going to get the ball back here. And with 5:16 left to play, you now need your defense to come up with a big stop when they really haven't all night. And again, this is where you make your money, defense. This is when you got to start getting pressure on Flacco. You can't let Chase and Higgins go nuts like they have throughout the most of this game, particularly Jamar Chase. You got to start playing them tight. You don't really have much of a choice here, but we are in commercial with 5.5 minutes left to play. And again, it's frustrating, but I don't know. Jaylen Warren's been a bright spot. The offense hasn't been completely inept, but against the Bengals defense, you would expect it to not turn the ball over twice. I think first one goes down to Aaron Rodgers making a bad decision, looking for a deep ball and just misplacing it. Second one is more down to a good play, more than anything, just the ball getting wrestled away from DK Metcalf on a jump ball, and it was a great play by the Bengals defensive back. But that's been killer right now. That's been 2 field goals. We don't turn the ball over there, and we still have a chance to go pick up a couple of points. But again, need the defense to come up big here with a stop, with time winding down in the game. Again, in commercial here, 5.5 minutes left to play. All right. Water definitely needed. Again, TJ Watt has really been contained just because of how quickly Flacco's getting rid of the ball on like a first or second hitch, which means Flacco really hasn't gotten any pressure in on the Bengals quarterback. He's only gotten 1 tonight on 32 snaps. And still plenty of snaps left to go. But need some plays here from 9-0, from 9-7, from 9-9 in order to turn this game around. Or from 6 even. Flacco takes a snap, looking over the middle, fires. Left-hand side, looking for Chase, but he's going to drop the ball. Brandon Eccles in there on coverage. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. As Eccles got kind of turned around there and is matching up about every single Steelers defensive back on Jamar Chase tonight. And that ball is placed perfectly by Flacco. Chase tries to go up and snag it with one hand, but unable to come away with it. That'll stop the clock with 5:11 to play. 2nd and 10. Cincy working from their own 10-yard line. I believe that's the 20th target of the night for Jamar Chase. Flacco checking. Going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be Flacco on a keeper. 15-20, 1st down. Flacco just picked up 13 yards on a read option. Under 5 to go now. Yeah, Joe Flacco just took a read option for 13 yards. And he fooled me. Completely fooled me. Completely fooled me, completely fooled Highsmith. No question there. So up to the 22 now. Flacco in the gun. Fakes the handoff. Flacco looking deep. Jamar Chase pretty much throws that one away. Brandon Eccles did catch it, but I think he was out of bounds. So with 4:21, that'll make it 2nd and 10 once more. So clock stops, 4:21. Second and 10 from the Cincy 22-yard line. Flacco in the gun. Round to his left. Flacco looking left. Pumps. Goes down! TJ Watt back at the 14. It's only his 2nd pressure of the day, but he picks up another half sack. Hayward also in there, corralling the Bengals quarterback. And finally, the Steelers pass rush finds some home. That's going to be a loss of, I believe, 8 yards there. So the two big leaders combining for a loss of 8. It's 3rd and 18. Back to the 14 now. Burrow in the gun. Pirine to his left. Steelers showing blitz. Handoff up the middle to Pirine. He's going to go down after a gain of 1. Keanu Benton doing a nice job at containing the Bengals running back. And that's what you needed from this Steeler defense. Managed to get a hold here. And so Steelers going to get the ball back with just under 3 minutes left to go now. Down 6. And with all 3 timeouts. So 4th and 17 now. So Bengals doing a nice job to chew up at least some clock. But Steelers offense, for about only I think the 2nd time tonight, manages to get a stop. Punt is back. Punt is away cleanly. That's going to be a boom punt back to all the way to the 25, over the 30, 35, 40, out to the 43-yard line. So that'll stop the clock with 2:46 left to go. So Steelers, very good field position on a very good return. All right, and so more or less the last chance now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, 36 career game-winning drives in his career. He's going to be looking for 37 now. Only 2 players have more, and that's Matt Stafford and Russ Wilson in their careers at 50 and 40 respectively. 2:46 left to go in the game. So Steelers, 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning. Bengals, only 2 timeouts after using their challenge in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Rodgers, alone in shotgun. 3 wide receivers, spread to the far side. Takes the snap. Rodgers, looking right. Gonna scramble out of the pocket. Rolling to his right. Looking, firing, looking for Darnell Washington. It's broken up. So it's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. It's Logan Wilson doing a nice play, getting a hand in to break that one up in coverage. And yeah, it's a good fingertip breakup from the Bengals middle linebackers. Now it's 2nd and 10, 2:39 to go in the game. Rodgers, Gainwell to his left. Check at the line. Rodgers looking to throw. 4-man rush to the Bengals. Rodgers over the middle. Complete. 1st down. It's Roman Wilson with his 3rd grab of the day in the Bengals territory. Down inside the 45. But there's a flag. It's a holding on 77. So it's coming back. It's Broderick Jones. How does... Oh, is that a hold? Come on. No, yeah, he got him around the peak. Yeah. So it's now 2nd and 20 for the Steelers with 2:31. And that was a huge play to Roman Wilson that just got wiped out. 2nd and 20, 2:31 to go in the game. Rodgers takes the snap. Rodgers escaping to his left. Firing deep down the middle of the field. Complete! Freiermuth! 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Pittsburgh! Rodgers to Freiermuth with a huge strike. And the Steelers tie it up at 30 with the extra point pending. 2:21 left to go in this game. And it is it's a 50 or 60-yard strike to the Steelers tight end, who picks up his 2nd touchdown of the game. And 2:21 left to go, and the Steelers potentially about to take a lead. Bengals still a lot of time on the clock, and with 2 timeouts. We've seen the Bengals march down the field very quickly in this one. So the game far from over. But Steelers about to take their first lead of the night since the Bengals scored 20 unanswered. PAT from Boswell is up, and it is good. Steelers to now take a 1-point lead. Again, 2:21 left to go. So still a lot of game. The job is not done yet. But it is that is a 68-yard touchdown on just a completely blown coverage. As Freiermuth just does, finds the soft spot. And again, is just wide open. And is touched only at the 2. And it's a great throw from Aaron Rodgers under pressure, rolling to his left. Hits Freiermuth right in the chest. Perfect placement. Geno Stone can do nothing about it. But it is a Steelers touchdown. And that has quieted this Cincy crowd. But again, job is not done. You're only up 1. You have to get a defensive stop now. And if you're the Bengals, you're in 4-down territory from now until the end of this football game. All right, take a deep breath. You're probably going to hold it for the rest of this game. 2-minute warning still in play for the Bengals as well. The kick from Boswell is away. Going to be fielded. 5, 10, 15, to the 20. Cuts it 25. Good coverage by the Steelers. He's going to be swung down. I think it'll depend where they spot it. I think they'll spot it at the 30. So solid return. And so Flacco coming back out to take the field. Flacco, meanwhile, 29 career game-winning drives. How many timeouts do the Bengals have? The Bengals have 2 timeouts. They also have the 2-minute warning. So again, still eons in NFL time. 2:15 on the clock. And it's going to be, I thought the Bengals just had to call timeout there. It's referee timeout. So referees have to call a quick timeout. I've been frustrated for so much of the back half of this game. 1st and 10. 2:15. Flacco in the gun. Running back to his right. Flacco. Looking to his left. Firing. Complete. Wide open is Jamar Chase. All the way up to the 44. Clock will roll down to the 2-minute warning here. And that's already a bad start. You cannot play soft zone here. You cannot let the Bengals and McPherson get into field goal range. But, all right, well, we've done this before. We are standing behind the couch for the rest of these 2 minutes, unless I have to come around to update the score, because hopefully defense does something here. But, yeah, it'll be a bit of a struggle to read the chat, but I'll do my best. Yeah, we are standing behind the couch for the rest of this game. Yeah. I don't know. You gotta stop playing soft zone. They're gonna tear it apart. Like you need to play tight. And the frustrating part is that's really hard to do against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins because they have so much talent, because they're able to beat press man coverage so easily. But you don't really have a choice. You have to play tight man. You have a super nice. Yeah, I just have like a standard one. So we'll go ahead and that'll do for now. We'll waive it when we get back. But yeah, if you have a chance to play Renegade, I'd be blasting that at every speaker you've got. Sadly, I cannot. Otherwise, I get DMCA'd. And I don't want that. I quite like this channel. I want to keep it. Hopefully it keeps growing. We'll see how that works. But who knows? Again, still at commercial here at the 2-minute warning. But you need a negative play. You need another sack. So it's going to be, again, you got to start making plays happen. Am I getting I do live in Wisconsin, so we're getting an ad for Packers fan. Oh, okay. It's just, an ad it's just an NFL ad showing everybody at the draft. Draft was awesome. The draft was absolutely great. I was lucky enough to go, being a Wisconsin resident. Lucky enough to grow up in Pittsburgh, but I moved out here just as a part of opportunity. But 1st and 10 Bengals from their own 45. 2 minutes to go. Flacco in the gun. Looking to throw. Steelers rushing 5. Flacco dumps it off. Jamar Chase wide open. Inside the 40. Swung out of bounds at the 37. Sixteenth catch of the game for Jamar Chase. Just wide open. And the Bengals are in field goal range. $16 for 161 for Chase tonight. Browning in the gun, running back to his left. Or fucking Flacco. Run up the middle. It's going to be good for 2. And Steelers going to burn their first timeout. Flacco's done everything he's had to. But yeah, Bengals well within field goal range now. McPherson 7 of 12 on lead-changing field goal attempts in the last 2 minutes of the game. In the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, or in overtime. He's been flawless so far today. Just has been spot on. It was right down the middle from both 50 and 47. Steelers and Bengals have both led by 10 tonight. So 2nd and 8. Flacco in the gun. Going to throw here. Flacco looking left. Firing. Sideline. T. Higgins. 10. Slides down to the 5. Yeah, we're fucked. Timeout. Timeout Steelers. First and goal. Jalen Ramsey gets burned in man coverage again. First and goal, minute 39 seconds left. God damn it. We never win Thursday night on the road, but this was a winnable game, and Flacco's going to kneel it down at the 10. Steelers going to burn their last timeouts, try and give us some time, but we're going to have 17 seconds. Yeah, we're gonna have 17 seconds, so it's gonna come down to an Aaron Rodgers fucking miracle. So 17 seconds. And they're going to burn even more. So down to 13 seconds at the best. Again, blown opportunities. The 2 interceptions in the first half. That makes the difference. Like, you come out decently strong, but then it's like, foot off the throat, and Cincinnati going to take a delay a game. Actually, no, they're going to take timeout here. But there's the last kneel. And so Steelers are going to have 7 seconds at best. It's going to be 11 seconds. Field goal is going to take about 3 seconds. And if you're the Steelers special teams, just sell out and try and block this thing. So timeout Bengals with 11 seconds. All right, stand back up for this. Maybe the Browns had a point throwing the ball 50 times. Field goal unit is out. It's going to be 30 yards right down the middle. He's made from 49, 23, and 45 so far today. So Evan McPherson for the lead from 36. right down the middle. So 7 seconds left. Chance to put a stranglehold on the division, and you fucking blow it. So 7 seconds. And yeah, Steelers did score too quick. I mean, if you're Pat Freiermuth, yeah, you just go in the end zone there, but maybe you should have just gone down. Shit. I mean, look, we're 4-1 right now. The Bengals are 2-4, and they're the closest team in the division. But my concern here is more that this is a Steelers team that blew opportunities this game, that gave the ball away. This is also going to go out the back of the end zone for a touchback here. So Aaron's going to have to rip this about 65 yards. We'll see how much arm strength he's got left in him. But yeah, we're not out of it. We're if we end up losing this game, we drop to 4-2. We still Bengals are at 3-4, so we still have a game and a half in the division. But again, this is a chance to go up, to be 3.5 games up in the division, and again, just could not contain the run. 7 seconds. Steelers going to be in a Hail Mary look here. Nope, it's just going to be quick to the outside. Freiermuth's going to get it up to the 40 with the clock stopped. So makes it a 5-yard shorter hoist. So getting a little bit closer. So it's just fuck it, go deep. All right. 60-yard, going to be a 60-yard Hail Mary for the bowl game. Does Aaron Rodgers have one more vintage Hail Mary in him? Bengals only rushing 3. Rodgers spinning away. He'll step into it. It has the distance. It's knocked down. Ball game. Bengals win. Perfect throw by Aaron. Gave us a shot, but that's ball game. Yeah. That was like a 70-yard throw by Rodgers as well. Yeah, he threw that from back at the Steeler 31, and it got to the goal line. And I mean, it's great. It's great coverage on the other end. Yeah. Well, it's going to be a frustrated post-game reaction, but be sure to keep an eye out for it. Yeah, I mean, Close But No Cigar is definitely on there. There's a lot of thoughts I have on this one, and congratulations to the Bengals. They earned this one. Played a great game, but yeah. Steelers dropped to 4-2 here on Thursday Night Football, 1-1 in the division. Of course, next game up is in 10 days against the Green Bay Packers. But that one's frustrating. That one's really frustrating. Fucking blown opportunities, man. Well, I mean, what time is the post? I mean, I'm gonna upload it as soon as I'm done. So it's probably I'm gonna take 5 minutes to organize my thoughts. So it'll probably be up before the top of the hour. So within 30 minutes. So definitely keep an eye out for that. It'll also pop up in your subscription feed. So be sure to hit the bell if you haven't done so already. We'll go ahead and update this to final. But yeah, it's the Mike Tomlin special. Could you add your comment? Close but no cigar. I'll definitely mention it. That's probably how I'm going to open, as close but no cigar. But I have a lot of problems, so definitely keep an eye out for that. But yeah, definitely a lot of frustration in this one. But keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna log off and grab a drink of water and gather my thoughts for that post game reaction. It's not gonna be super positive. There'll be like positives here and there, but yeah. Anyway, have a good night, and wherever you're at, hope you keep doing well. And until next time, see you later.